Before we get on with the podcast, I wanted to let everyone know that I have 3 books available for sale on Kindle. Recommended Reading for the True Conservative, Bad Democrat, and Evil Liberal. All of them available for $3.99. And now, on with the podcast.
fucking crush everything. I do. I take out the trash. Okay? The gate was squeaky the other day. I make sure that was done. You know? I pick up after myself. I like to think I'm a good dad. I work my ass off. I make a great fucking living. Crush all of that. All she has on me is who I am as a person.
Good morning. It's Monday, Music Monday, August the 17th, and this is The True Conservative. Welcome to all the butchers, bakers, and candlestick makers out there. I'm Ron, your host, and the only true conservative in the United States today. So today, after the Serenity prayer and the patriotic song of the day, we will have Varney and Company, Liberal Fear, and music. All that and more when I get back. God, give us the grace to accept with serenity the things that cannot be changed, courage to change the things which should be changed, and the wisdom to distinguish the one from the other. Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardship as a pathway to peace, taking, as Jesus did, this sinful world as it is, not as I would have it. Trusting that you will make all things right if I surrender to your will, so that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with you forever in the next. Amen. Thank you. Now, Varney and Company.
Good morning, Stuart.
Hey, good morning, Cheryl. Morning, everyone. Developments in the Mideast. President Trump told Fox News today that the Iranians should put up the white flag of surrender. He said, I have no time schedule. I'm not in a hurry. And addressing the reported shortage of weapons, he said, what we've used so far is peanuts. Separately, negotiator Jared Kushner met the leader of Hamas Sunday. They are discussing disarmament. Kushner is now meeting with Israel's Netanyahu, who had previously opposed a disarmament plan. One more. 15 ships went through the Strait on Friday, 10 Saturday, none on Sunday. 3 on Sunday. You can see the declining number. Let's go to the market action. It's Monday morning. How are we doing after all that's been happening last week? The price of oil at $82.96 this morning. Gas coming in at $4.06 a gallon. So you're still above $4 on the gasoline front. The president says we must endure higher prices for a bit longer. He says it's worth it to get rid of the Iranian threat. In California, you'll pay $5.57 for regular. In Louisiana, cheapest state of all, $3.56 for regular. Diesel, though, now that's still an inflation danger signal coming in today to an average across the United States, $5.44. The rest of the market, as in stocks, Dow Industrials down about 180 at the opening bell this morning. Virtually no change for the S&P. A narrow gain, 70 points on the NASDAQ composite. Bitcoin, $63,000 and change, 63.4 right now. The 10-year Treasury yields back to 4.70%. That doesn't go down well. The 2-year Treasury now at 4.2%. At 4.18 right now. All right, politics. The division in the Democrat Party widens. Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries says he does not support Medicare for all. He's trying to hold the line against the socialists who are uniting around Medicare for all. A key primary tomorrow in Florida. Socialist Oliver Larkin goes up against incumbent Jared Moskowitz. This is the left versus the moderates, with the issue of anti-Semitism front and center. Moskowitz is Jewish. Larkin says Israel is guilty of genocide. The last thing Jeffries wants is a Larkin win that would further split the party. On the show today, today's the day when America's debt hits a total of $40 trillion. Never seen that before, and it's growing daily. NVIDIA pumps $21 billion into SpaceX, more circular financing. Elon Musk says SpaceX will only use NVIDIA chips, so NVIDIA gives them the money to buy them. NVIDIA, $226 this morning. And there's this. Remember the heartwarming rescue of a youngster by a 16-year-old lifeguard? Ryder Williams sprinted into 10-foot waves and dragged the 10-year-old boy to safety. Ryder Williams goes to the White House today. The president says he is brave. He is heroic. Monday, August 17th, 2026.
And that was Varney and Company, Nonprofit News Now. Back in a minute. Thank you. Here's the truth. Liberals are not afraid of confrontation. They thrive in it. They manipulate with charm, with rage, with guilt. Boundaries remove the bait. Strip away the theatrics and leave only facts, and liberals are powerless. When conservatives say no without trembling, walk away without flinching, refuse to respond to provocation, that's when liberals feel the shift. Conservatives are no longer an actor in the liberals' stage play. They're the director of their own lives. And that's unbearable to liberals. The moment conservatives stop over-explaining is the moment they start winning. Liberals are masters at making conservatives doubt their decisions. They question motives, tone, timing, anything to chip away at the conservatives' confidence. But boundaries don't require explanation, they require consistency. Conservatives don't need to justify their choices to people who refuse to respect them. They don't need to argue values with someone who profits off their insecurity. The boundary is the explanation. That is intolerable. Full stop. That is power. That is clarity. Clarity terrifies those who depend on confusion to keep control. Clarity terrifies those who depend on confusion to keep control. They will call conservatives cold, selfish, unreasonable. Let them. That's not truth. It's noise. The louder they scream, the more it reveals how much they depend on conservative compliance, because for a liberal, conservative compliance was a drug. Endless tolerance was their playground. But when conservatives sober up and start making decisions from a place of worth instead of fear, liberals lose access. Nothing frustrates a liberal more than losing control over someone they thought they had locked in. But let's be honest. Boundaries won't feel comfortable at first. They will feel heavy. Conservatives will second-guess themselves. They'll wonder if they're being too much, but they're not. They're being free. They're being whole. They're choosing peace over approval. That's not selfish. It's sacred. The more conservatives practice it, the stronger they get, because boundaries are not meant to push people away. Boundaries are meant to protect the right people and remove the wrong ones. They are an invitation to mutual respect, and anyone who cannot honor that invitation has no business in the conservatives' inner circle. So, hold the line without apology, without fear. Conservatives owe no one unlimited access to their life. Boundaries are not about rejection, they're about direction, and the moment that conservatives understand that is the moment they stop being a target. They start becoming a force. Liberals hate that. That's not your problem anymore. If you need their approval, they win. That's the game. That's the hook. Liberals are masters at keeping conservatives hungry for praise, desperate for recognition, constantly second-guessing their own value until they forget who they are. Liberals will dangle compliments like a carrot, only to yank it back the moment conservatives get close because they want validation to come through them. That's how liberals maintain control. They want conservatives to become addicted to their opinion of them. But the moment conservatives stop playing that game, the moment they realize that value does not require external confirmation, conservatives take their power back. Tough direction is not arrogance, it's clarity. It's conservatives looking in the mirror and saying, we're enough. Not perfect, but whole. Liberals can't stand that because it means their opinion becomes irrelevant. Conservatives are not swayed by liberal disapproval. They're not controlled by liberal praise. Conservatives are free, and freedom to a liberal is unbearable because they can't manipulate people who don't need what they're offering. When conservatives validate themselves, conservatives stop auditioning for a role in the liberals' drama. They stop explaining their worth. They stop negotiating their identity. They simply are, and that kind of certainty radiates. It repels manipulation. Liberals will test it, of course. They'll throw their usual tricks at conservatives. Gaslighting, guilt, fake apology, sudden praise, to see if conservatives will bite. But when conservatives have done the work, when their esteem is no longer for sale, the liberals' bait falls flat. It doesn't move anyone, and that frustrates them deeply. Understand this, liberals survive on supply. That supply is conservative attention, conservative reactions, conservative emotional energy. When conservatives validate themselves, the supply dries up. Back in a minute. Thank you. This is Ron, your host, the only true conservative in the United States today, bidding adios to all the butchers, bakers, and candlestick makers out there, and reminding you that no one is neutral and that the government has no rights.